everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I will be showing you a boat and room tour on the Carnival Panorama. We recently went on this cruise and this was my first time on this boat. Here is a map for reference of each of the floors on the ship. There were 15 decks on the Carnival Panorama. For this cruise, we were sailing out of Long Beach, California from July 8th to July 15th. For decks 1 and 2, they were mostly staterooms. We stayed on deck 2 in the Family Harbor Suite. There wasn't really anything to show on these decks. It was just a lot of rooms going from the front to the back of the boat. On deck 3, there were more staterooms and other areas to explore. We ate at the Vista restaurant, which shares its location on both deck 3 and deck 4. There was another restaurant, but we were not able to find it, so I wasn't able to get any footage of that. Guest services was also on deck 3, as well as the atrium, Carnival Adventures, and the Fun Hub. On deck 4 was most of the events that we attended throughout our stay. Of course, there were more staterooms and the upper level of the Vista restaurant. There was artwork on a lot of the walls on this deck due to the painters trying to sell their art, which was also used in auctions throughout the week. The Limelight Lounge hosted the Punchline Comedy Club and a few other activities here and there. The Heroes Bar was a very nice touch on the ship. Throughout the week, they had veteran meetups in this location. My boyfriend is also a veteran, and so he was able to get a discounted drink with a cup, so that was pretty cool. The casino was in the middle of deck 4, and the atrium shown here was for decks 3 to 5. Lastly, the Liquid Lounge held a variety of events, but especially the musical shows. Deck 5 also had a lot of different locations. Staterooms were mostly on the very front or the back of the boat. The second level of the Liquid Lounge was on this deck as well. There were also fun shops up here as well, like 3 and 4. And in the upper promenade area, there was the library and the piano bar. The library was just a quiet place you can go and sit and relax and play games and read. And then the piano bar had a live person playing the piano. The restaurants near the library were 555 Fahrenheit and Bonsai Sushi and Teppanyaki. We tried the sushi and it was very delicious. Further down was the Ocean Plaza, which had majority of the trivia. The Java Blue Cafe, which had your coffees and milkshakes and things like that. Guy's Pick and Anger restaurant, which was more of like barbecue. And the Pixels Photo Lab, where you can buy your pictures from throughout the week. We didn't spend any time on deck 6. This was dedicated to the children of the boat. There were staterooms. The warehouse arcade was full of fun games to play. They had the O2 Club for 15 to 17-year-olds and Circle C for 12 to 14-year-olds. And that was also located on this deck. And they're the little clubs that the kids can go and hang out and do activities around the boat. Deck 7 was home to more staterooms in the lower level of the Sky Zone, which was a trampoline location. That was pretty new for me. I have never seen that before. We weren't really allowed to go inside because we didn't have an appointment, so I just attached a picture here. But decks 8 and 9 was home to more staterooms, of course, and the main level of the Sky Zone, which was on deck 8. There were a bunch of kids right outside that area too, so I didn't get any footage of the outside either. Deck 10 is also known as the Lido deck and had the majority of the food. The food that was on this deck was Guy's Burgers Joint, Blue Iguana Catalina, which had like breakfast burritos, the Seafood Shack, and Pizzeria del Capitan, which was the 24-hour pizza. The bars were Blue Iguana Tequila Bar and Red Frog Rum. There's also a dive-in movies that you could watch at night. They would play a movie out there on the Lido deck, and pools and spas available as well. On deck 11 is Camp Ocean, which is for 2 to 11-year-olds, as well as 2 restaurants with an interest in the Lido marketplace. It was Jai Jai Asian Kitchen and Cucina del Capitano. We didn't try these restaurants, my cousins did, and they said it was really good, but just some more restaurant options if you didn't want to have the Lido or the dinners in your restaurant that you were assigned to. Deck 12 has majority of the fitness areas on the boat. The Cloud9 Spa and Fitness Center is located on the inside. And they also had a really fun waterworks area. They had 2 water slides to go on and some water play at the bottom of the slides. Towards the back of the boat was Sky Greens, which was golf. The clubhouse, which had a ton of games like air hockey and some other things inside. The sky track for running around, a basketball court, and more fitness equipment. Deck 13 was not on the map and we couldn't access that area, so I assume it was for the crew members. Deck 14 has more rooms for Cloud9 Spa, the salon, and the Sky Ride. I attached a photo of what the Sky Ride looks like. We didn't get to see it in action, sadly. Deck 15 has a Serenity area for adults only. This area had a lot of places to sit, 2 spas, and a bar. A nice getaway from the children on the boat. Lastly, I wanted to show a quick tour of our room. Again, we were on floor 2 in the family harbor. Our room was small, so not much to see. We had a king bed, which was 2 twin beds together. A small shelf area with a fridge and TV. Two side tables with storage and lamps on them. There was a small vanity with a phone and mirror. We had one side of the closet for hanging clothes and the other side with drawers and the safe. The bathroom was standard with a sink, toilet, and shower with some storage shelves on the side. Well, that is all for the Carnival Panorama. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye.
We'll be right back.